Oda introduces a new overpowered devil fruit in Elbaf. The final saga of One Piece is where the strongest and the most intriguing characters play roles of massive proportions, and it is no surprise to know that Oda is introducing some incredibly powerful devil fruits here as well. After all, devil fruits continue to be the primary power system in One Piece and even now, dominate in the New World. With Luffy officially becoming a Yonko and his officers being quite strong themselves, it only makes sense that the enemies they face are stronger as well. Naturally, these enemies possess abilities of the highest order, be it Haki, or devil fruits. In the Elbaf arc of One Piece, Oda has finally revealed the main antagonists now, and while their powers haven't been fully revealed so far, what is clear is the fact that one of them has a very overpowered devil fruit ability which has continued to mesmerize the fans, especially after some of its advanced applications were made clear. This devil fruit is the Aro Aro no Mi. Oda shows a new devil fruit power. The Elbaf arc of One Piece introduced fans to some of the most incredible fighters, with Loki being the first of the lot, and now, two mysterious individuals known to be members of the Holy Knights being revealed as well. At first, Loki was built up to be the main antagonist of the arc, but as things stand, it is clear that Loki is actually not the main villain. If anything, he's going to continue to fight against the powerful Holy Knights once he's freed. This is where the attention gets turned to the Holy Knights, who are clearly the main antagonists of the arc. Two Holy Knights, likely to be among the strongest, in Gunko and Shamrock Figureland, made their entry into the Land of Giants in the Elbaf arc. Their goal is to take over the land of Elbaf and absorb it into the world government, essentially enslaving the giants of the One Piece world. As put forward by Shamrock, the giants of Elbaf were once so strong that they ruled over the entire New World. The government recognizes this potential and wants their power for themselves. This is also why the world government had their own gigantification projects which ultimately didn't bear any fruit. Regardless, the two Holy Knights possess mighty powers, and they threaten Elbaf with their immense might. One of them, Holy Knight Gunko, has already revealed her true powers, and she is a master of the deadly devil fruit, Aro Aro no Mi. The Aro Aro no Mi is a very powerful devil that most definitely belongs to the Paramesha class. This devil fruit allows the user, Gunko, to produce arrows from her body and fight using them in combat. Having an arrow ability isn't surprising, and this ability could easily have been boring. But, the way Oda has portrayed this ability is quite incredible, making it extremely overpowered. The working of Holy Knight Gunko's Aro Aro no Mi. Essentially, the Aro Aro no Mi allows Gunko to utilize the power in a plethora of ways. She can produce arrows from any part of her body, and she's mostly seen producing them from her limbs. She can use the arrows to bind around people and tie them, or crush them using the binding force. She can also restrict blood flow, among much else, with her arrows. Her arrows are so powerful that beasts string enough for Luffy to utilize Gear 4 can be casually taken down with a few twists of the arrows that she produces. Just like any archer, she can rain fire powerful arrows on her enemies and cause large-scale damage to the terrain. This is all good, but it isn't any this devil fruit is overpowered. As was seen in One Piece chapter 1137, the true power of the Aro Aro no Mi is the fact that its arrow draws a trajectory for itself before Gunko even attacks the target. The target clearly sees and knows which direction the attack is coming from. Yet, they cannot do anything about it. As revealed by Gunko, the arrows of her power show the trajectory of the action that she's about to take, or, in other words, the future itself. However, the outcome is somehow unavoidable. This means that no matter what, Gunko's arrow-based attacks always land, regardless of what the enemy does. The only way to counter the attack would be to make Gunko cancel it. As she stated, only she can stop the action from taking place, or to possibly block the attack since dodging doesn't seem possible. That said, it is unclear right now if the attacks themselves can be blocked or not, since Loki is in chains and wasn't able to block anything even if he wanted to. Another possible way for someone to block the attack would be to predict the future and take precautions before the trajectory is even drawn, but those who can see the future are rare enough as it is, meaning fighting Gunko and avoiding her blows is incredibly difficult. With the amount of damage and large-scale destruction they do, fighting and beating Gunko is very difficult. How strong is Gunko with the Aro Aro no Mi? Gunko's full strength hasn't been revealed in One Piece yet, but she's a part of the most powerful Knight Order in the world that even Dragon is wary of. By definition, Gunko is very strong. But, a good indicator of her strength is the fact that Shamrock was certain that even if Loki was free of his chains, he wouldn't have been able to stop Gunko from damaging him greatly and the outcome would have been the same. This is massive, given that Loki's bounty is 2.6 billion berries. If Gunko is worthy of fighting against someone with a bounty of 2.6 billion berries and holding her own, then she's clearly close to the level of the emperors themselves, although probably not as strong, since the one who Oda will likely equate to the Emperor's will likely be Shamrock. Still, with her amazing powers, Gunko should be as strong as a Navy Admiral, at the very least. It also remains to be seen whether she's awakened her devil fruit or not, and what kinds of haki she possesses, which she's bound to have. Based on everything revealed about her so far, Gunko is definitely worthy of being compared to admirals at the very least, and potentially going even higher.